I would give him an applause. Here he is, Mathias Sourbron. There we go. You can sit over there. Yeah, you want a mic? Or you are wired?
No,
yeah,
wired.
That's good. So, could you tell us how it all started?
Well, we in 2014, I think, we made the first movie with Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah. You may know them in Holland from Patser. It's a movie also with Ali B, and they also directed the last Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah.
Will Smith. And we bumped into a lot of talent during the castings because we were looking for a lot of different profiles we don't see often in Belgian television. And we noticed, the first thing we noticed, that there was so much talent in front and behind camera that we needed to do something with it.
Okay, so you made this film. You have this is the film you're going to show us?
No.
Okay, no, still more to tell. Okay.
So way back we started with young talent, and during the last 7 years, I think, we did many projects in Brussels, for example, in the suburbs with youngsters who do not often have a chance to study.
Okay.
And there started the idea that we had to create a festival that brings people together, where they can pitch ideas, where they can enter the competition and show us what they made with their phones, for example. All very low profile, not too much boundaries that they have to pretend to. So we created the festival, Point of View, and our philosophy is to create more diversity in front and behind camera.
Yeah.
And it's a festival for young content creators, where young movie people that really film with cameras also come and get inspired by each other, because they also enter like kind of a boot camp. There are several aspects at the festival, but I think we need to show the video, and then it's all a bit more clear.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So here's the video of Mathias Sourbron and the youngsters.
Just jump and you'll catch yourself.
Volg altijd jouw buikgevoel.
Als je in jezelf gelooft, dan raak je waar je wilt.
Just do it!
I like to wake up and do my make-up.
Je kunt dit verhaal bekijken als iemand die homoseksueel is of zo en die coming out is naar zijn vader die dat eerst niet begrijpt. Maar eigenlijk kun je het ook gewoon algemeen zien als dat veel mensen veel problemen hebben en niemand praat erover. En dat lijkt mij iets dat altijd een probleem is of zo, zeker nu. En dat was eigenlijk de boodschap.
Hoe kwam je op het idee om die video te maken?
Eerst had ik dus geen idee en dan had ik samengezeten met de artiest van dit nummer. En dan eigenlijk was ik een soort van een verhaal aan het verzinnen en hij was er wel het nummer aan het schrijven. Was ik niemand een plezier aan het doen met het concept van die video, dat was zo een heel pijnlijk topic. Ik wou gewoon zo een verhaal vertellen over onzekerheid.
Wat is het belangrijkste dat je hebt geleerd uit Point of View?
Ik denk om af en toe zo iets te maken gewoon voor jezelf of zo. Soms het hoeft niet altijd om geld te draaien of weet ik veel wat, video's. Soms moet je gewoon iets maken omdat jij het gevoel hebt dat je dat moet maken.
En vind je dat leuk, een iPad?
Ja. Maar jij vindt dat toch ook?
Dat was gewoon iets wat mij was opgevallen aan mijn zus. Dat ze heel veel tijd doorbrengt op haar iPad. En dat ze eigenlijk grootgebracht wordt door haar iPad. Deze tijd kunnen we zelf ons aanbod bepalen. Terwijl we vroeger gestuurd werden door tv. Ik denk zelf dat dat toch een beetje problematisch is. Allee, als ik binnenkom in haar kamer en ik zie haar twerken voor haar iPad op 6-jarige leeftijd was dat nog toen. dan begin ik in mij zo wel zorgen te maken.
En van waar kwam je met dat idee?
Echt gewoon door het waar te nemen, door ernaast te staan, door het te zien en te denken van what the fuck.
En wat is het belangrijkste dat je van point of view hebt geleerd?
Dat is van je boy Taki TV. Wees zuinig met je energie. Soms kun je energie steken in projecten waar dat je je totaal niet connected aan voelt. Ik vond dat echt een goede zin. Dus ik neem die zeker mee.
Ik studeer, ik werk, maar het is nooit genoeg. In tegenstelling tot jou heb ik nooit hulp gehad. Geen rijke ouders.
In de eerste scène gaat het voornamelijk over kansenongelijkheid, je eigen onzekerheden projecteren op de ander. Tweede scène, een onderwerp wat naar voren komt, Asian hate crime, onrechtvaardigheid tegenover gekleurde mensen.
Van waar kwam je met dat idee voor die video?
Dus ik dacht, ja, ik wil gewoon iets doen met verschillende perspectieven. Ik was gewoon bij een protest voor Asian hate crime en toen kwam ik Zero tegen. We raakten gewoon in gesprek en ik raakte zo geïnspireerd door wat zij te zeggen had. Toen op basis daarvan een tekst heb geschreven en laten lezen, herschreven.
En wat is het belangrijkste dat je hebt geleerd van point of view?
Juist belangrijk is om grenzen op te zoeken. En ja, killing your darlings. Ik heb daar altijd heel veel moeite mee. Dus ik had ook een derde scène geschreven, gefilmd. Andere dope teksten en dat moest er gewoon uit.
Op het rechte pad blijven. Daardoor blijft er nog maar weinig tijd over op mezelf. En met al die stress die er nog bij komt met dat hele therapie gebeuren.
Eigenlijk is mijn video heel maatschappijkritisch. Maar ik heb me gefocust op het lange wachten op mentale hulp bij psychologen of therapeuten.
En van waar kwam je met het idee om die video dan te maken?
Sowieso al mijn eigen ervaring. Ik bedoel, heel veel scènes, hoe dat ze worden gesproken zijn, hoe dat bij mij thuis soms aan toe gaat en hoe dat ik heb letterlijk lines neergeschreven die zo in mij opkomen van wat ik meemaak.
En wat is het belangrijkste dat je hebt geleerd bij point of view?
Ja, leren in jezelf geloven en er gewoon voor te gaan. Als je een bepaalde visie hebt en je ziet dat andere mensen wat totaal andere dingen hebben of juist gelijke dingen hebben, dat je toch maar echt moet zien dat je vol gelooft in je eigen en dat je er echt voor gaat. Dat is ook wat ik altijd probeer te doen.
Vaak zo van, waarom ben ik nog niet ontdekt? Nee, die gaat zo hard en die gaat zo hard. En bij mij is dat niet in de wereld gesteken, mij. Maar als niemand weet dat jij die nice shit doet, hoe kunnen ze dan weten dat jij die nice shit doet?
So that was great. So you produced this movie, but I see everywhere winners, winners. Who was the jury? You were by yourself, or were
No, I'm just the organizer.
Okay.
It's Adila Larbi and Bila Falla who are the main juries, and then we have like Belgian talent, upcoming directors that are also. We have 3 categories.
Yeah.
So we have fiction, faction, including documentary and everything, and music clips. So we had like last year we had 350 attendings in the competition. The jury selected 21, 7 each category. And then they had 2 weekends of workshops.
Yeah.
They had 3 weeks to create some of the results you have seen with Samsung, because they're one of the partners of the project, and they give a phone to them, and then they have like an equal tool to create a video.
All right.
So they have 3 weeks to work on this.
Okay, great. And do they, the competitors,
Yeah.
do they need to attend? Do they need to send in? Do they need to pitch? Because later on we're going to talk about pitching. How can they join the contest? How can they join the festival?
They make a video where they talk about their inspiration and their motivation. So just a little presentation video where we see something of themselves, and it can be a TikTok video, something original they made themselves. That's how they can enter, nothing more than this. So we had lots of, it's between the age of 14 and 22, and there were like lots of kids from 14, for example, who send in a TikTok video, just nothing special. But those kids, we tried to offer different like the YO.
Yeah.
You saw the effect. It's kind of an academy. There we start working with them. They are not really ready for a competition or something. They have to experiment, and then we try to give them different opportunities. So it's a win. We try to create a win-win for everyone.
All right, and the rest between 14 and 24, those are the winners. And how many? How do you select then? How do you say, okay, you can join, and you need to? Well, the 14 years young, they need to go to school, and you're going to give them workshops. But the older ones, if you see them, what was the feedback for them?
Well, we all give when they send or pitch a video, we ask them, what do you want to make if you have 3 weeks' time? Because it's not much time. You have to come with an original concept. And I think most of all, the judges select them on their motivation to try something different. They try to...
thinking out of the box.
Exactly.
Challenge them to...
To create something and tell a different story. Because of the guy who won last year with the video of his sister, for example.
Yeah.
We also shot it like the vertical way.
That's what my question was. Sorry to interrupt you, because I see it was vertically shot. Was that on purpose or?
Yeah.
Aha.
No, sorry. He was really with the mindset of the TikToks.
Yeah.
That I had to shoot it vertical.
Vertical.
Instead, it limits me in one perspective, but on the other side, it challenges me to do something different.
But I saw a couple of them were filming vertical.
Yeah.
Also the same thing from TikTok out of... because in youngsters, TikTok is one of the the biggest social media channel, no? Even bigger than Instagram these days, no?
True.
Okay, so and that's all vertical being shot.
We see it as a tool. You can see it as a platform where they put dance videos.
Yeah.
But it's also in the same time, young people are challenged to create, edit, film it all themselves. It's like a one package deal you get, and they have to do it from A to Z. And I think it learns people quite a lot about storytelling if you use it in the right way. We have also workshops in the festival, for example, where we recreate Patser, the movie, for example, in 15 TikToks, just to learn them how to tell a story, which plot twist do you need in a story, and how can you film it. So we use it as a tool, actually.
And then you do workshop, but because would you consider yourself as a school?
No, not like a regular school.
No?
Because honestly, I think that not everybody fits the system of a school.
No.
So we're like an open space where people come and inspire each other. I think that's the most important. They have to work together.
Yeah.
They have to work in group and learn from each other, because they are not all good in camera work, for example.
No.
Someone is good in editing or in acting, or they all have talent, a specific kind of talent, and they have to discover what kind of talent it is. And it's like an experimental space. I see it as an experimental. We create a context, they come, they enjoy their times, but at the end of the project, they have learned something, I hope.
Yeah.
And we just open the door a little bit, and then the rest they have to do themselves.
And how do they join? How? Because you select them when they already joined in. But what are the criteria to join?
That's the competition. That's pre-selecting.
Yeah.
That's one part of the festival.
Yeah.
We have also the open part of the festival where people just can join a workshop or a talk or something. And we have also the 6-month projects where we really are open for people that are really interested.
Yeah.
So someone can walk in, someone can bring a friend, he can try it 1 week, and then we say we have this. We try to look at every case individually where he fits, and then we start looking. There are also people who walked in, and we were shooting some short movies with the cell phones, and they just wanted to help on set. They wanted to volunteer. And
Behind the
scenes, exactly. Yeah. Or they wanted to act. We also have lots of actors, but that's a different thing, I think. But we try to give them a spot where that gives them the opportunity to learn, basically.
Because it's not only problem youngsters, or is it? No.
It's a mix.
Yeah, everybody is like... But it started when you saw people, youngsters on the street, you thought, like, let's start from there, and then now it grows out to be a platform, to be bigger and bigger.
Exactly. We have people that started studying. For me, I'm a happy guy if they start to go to film school afterwards, for example. If they try to make steps inside the audiovisual business. We also have people that started 5 years ago that are directing movies now in Belgium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or that became an actor on professional level. So I think that are the cases that we need to create examples. In Belgium, we are lacking. We have Adil and Bilal, but we have to create profiles that are an example for other youngsters to step up the game and to try to discover what. Yeah, it's a business not always easy to get into, and it's lots of white people in front and behind screen. So I hope there's a long road to go, but in a few years we'll get there step by step.
Yeah, it's stupid that it's 2021 and still this is an issue.
Yeah, in Belgium it's a bigger issue than in Holland. I'm not sure, but
yeah, that's what they say. That's what I believe. But it's because of when you get in a crisis situation, it's always starting. It always has been, and unfortunately, because I'm sitting here on the other side, the same thing.
And talking about crisis, the festival started actually. The first edition was planned just before COVID.
Also, yeah.
COVID came by, and I had to come up with a solution. And I had a phone call with Samsung. We were like, okay, let's go for the competition, because then we can do a part online. We still have the opportunity to invite them, a select group of it. So we found different angles to keep going with the idea.
Smart.
And now we will actually have the first big edition next year. But
the first one is going to be in 2022.
The first big one.
Big one,
the next level. But this weekend, for example, we also have an actress, content creator in Belgium, Jennifer Hele, who will come by. So we are already prospecting, kind of.
Yeah.
So we organize moments to build a community of youngsters that are interested in this kind of stuff.
It's really great. Sounds great. And it's with Samsung, because you said they get a phone. So everybody who participates get a phone, or only the winners, or only the... How does that work? Just be curious.
No, they get a phone temporary for 3 weeks.
Okay.
And all the winners win one.
Yeah, they get a package. Yeah.
The thing is that there is an 8K camera inside. And it makes that you can create decent stuff with a phone. And it's always in your pocket. So you just take it out. You don't need an Arri Alexa to make great shots. You can put it for 30 minutes. You can put it in water, for example.
Yeah.
So you don't need expensive shots to make something in a swimming pool or something.
Yeah.
So I think it's a tool. If it's Samsung, iPhone, I don't mind, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm happy they support the project, and it's a nice collab. But it's just giving tools to people that don't really have the money to create the big expensive
No, that's
movies.
it. But they have the creativity and the ideas.
Exactly.
And this is in Belgium located. Are you having any plans to expand to the Netherlands, to Luxembourg, France?
I hope one day the competition, for example, will be European. That's a goal. And we started 4 years ago in Den Haag.
Yeah?
Started a project at the Schilderswijk.
Schilderswijk, oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a challenging area.
I know that something happened with the police, an incident.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
Of course, politics came up with some money, and they say we need to help these youngsters.
Yeah.
And that was also the opportunity to create kind of the same project we did in Brussels. So they're still going, and they just got funded for 4 years, and they finished 3 short movies, not by cell phone.
No.
But really shorts. So they will go on for the next few years. So I'm happy they picked up the ideas we had in Belgium. And,
oh, great. But they picked up the idea themselves. You weren't like initiating it, like.
No, I'm supervising, or kind of. I'm giving my
opinions.
Yeah, my opinions and stuff, and I try to help them from my side. But I think it would be better if we work together.
Yeah, therefore that's my question, because you have, with this festival and with this MOJO, this journalism on the mobile phone, you want to connect to youngsters. So I see if we can connect to youngsters, well, in Europe or worldwide even, which is very ambitious. Mm-hmm. But they taught me think big, and this is what I also want to teach the audience and the live streamers at home, like think big. So why not make an expand this?
I agree.
You're working on it, or as you say, Den Haag, the Schilderswijk.
Yeah, but also for the festival, we want to come to Holland with it, for example.
Yeah.
We want to. It's the goal in the next few years, but something learned me I have to do it step by step.
Of course.
I can't run before I can walk. But
it's like the baby who starts to walk with 1 year and make the baby steps and it falls down.
We all. I like to smash against the wall and learn from it. It's day by day.
Yeah. And do you work with special programs or special apps on this
on the
project?
Phone? That's a good question. We have teachers that the guys who come to give the workshops that have really knowledge about which apps you can use for different things. Myself, I'm not an expert in this, but in the beginning of the week we start with this. We learn them which apps are good for specific angles or for editing or all these things. We go from A to Z. So you're going to teach them how to pitch.
Yeah.
We start the week also with what is a good concept, what is a good character, how you need to develop it. For example, this is one of the first things they have to learn. And of course, they have the elevator pitch. For the youngsters in the project, we all let them pitch, or 30 youngsters. And in the end, we made the decision to work on 8 projects together.
Yeah.
Group.
Okay.
So they have to pitch, and the one who pitched best has the opportunity to create his story.
Well, yeah, that's it. And later on, we're going to see how to pitch and how to promote yourself and how to be there as confident as you sense it.
Yeah.
If there's an opportunity for the youngsters to join in, what would you tell them before they join in? So somebody at home or here the audience, they haven't got a clue.
Mm-hmm.
What would you give them for advice?
If you want to create a story, if it's documentary, fiction, doesn't matter, keep it close to yourself when you do it the first time. I think we all have experiences in life that made us the person we are today. And I think if you tell just a small piece of it that's important to you, I think it also tells something to the viewer and he understands what you're feeling or what you're getting through or what you want. Don't try to be directly the Hollywood director who goes into action movies or something. Just keep it small and experiment. That's the first thing I would say to people. And another thing is you cannot do it alone. You have to surround yourself with people you really like and are in the same mindset or have a specific talent you like. Mm-hmm. Because creating movies on any level is something we create together, I think.
Because and this is a personal question just for myself, I see youngsters, then they are on Instagram, they are close to themselves, keep close to themselves, and then all of a sudden they've got 1 million of followers, and the other one is also close to himself, and he has only like 1,000 of followers. Do you know where that difference is? How come? Or because I'm really curious, and I see, and they're all making nice content, and they're all making content from the heart. But the one is successful, and the other one isn't. I'm really curious. Do you have any idea?
I think it's about some people we like to follow, some others we're less interested in, because maybe the story doesn't always fit someone else's story or his interest. Mm-hmm. It's also like the algorithm is a pain in the ass. Yeah. I'm not going to lie about this. Some people are picked up very fast and some
There you go.
So this is, that's the algorithm thing.
Yeah.
I think if you want to get there, and it's just Instagram, it's a tool for us.
Yeah.
I think it gains business for lots of people, of course.
Yeah.
But if you want to get there, you will get there. Hard work pays off.
Yeah, that's it. So, and for the youngsters, it's TikTok, it's Instagram, it's whatever. It's your story and what's it all about and what you've got to tell and how you're going. But how you're going to tell it is also important because it needs to be, well, let me say it's a stupid word, but it needs to be sexy in a way. It needs to be attractive. for them to see, and it needs to be, and there you go, from the heart. But there are a lot of elements, like there's one is camera-wise, the angles, the other one is, well, it starts all with the story, there you go, but then with the cutting.
The edit is, I think, one of the most important parts. And like the average Rob, famous Belgian content creator, he says you have to tell the people that you're out there. You can create good content, but if you don't sell your content and you don't sell yourself in your close neighborhood, then it doesn't work. You have to make sure that you're there, and you have to act like it as well.
Yeah, but you say, so it's marketing, but you say the close neighborhood. But I think it's also important with social media to do the marketing.
To push.
Yeah,
true. Completely. It's finding your way. You try to be special in some sense, I think. But like average Rob, it's insane in Belgium, for example. One day he started as a Photoshopper and he became famous with a picture. He switched to YouTube and now he's making YouTube videos. That exploded. Same on TikTok. If he makes one video on TikTok, it gets millions of views. This guy is just sexy, I think.
Yeah, there you go. Then he has the attraction, and it's exactly that is, it's the word I'm using. But I also use it for houses, like it's a sexy house. It's when it has some magic, a sparkle in it. So I think this guy has the sparkle, and it's there. And then whatever he created works like Avicii had. Poor guy.
True.
Yeah, he had the same thing. Whatever he touches with magic.
It's gold.
Yeah. Let's see, because it's really interesting. Maybe somebody in the audience has a question? Yeah, I see a hand raising. We're going to throw again. 1, 2. Apata, there you go.
Okay. I have a few questions, thoughts actually that I was really interested to talk to you. First, I think it's a very nice initiative. But where I'm going is a bit in a sense that, let's go. So we were just talking about TikTok and how to get sexy and how to get audience and everything. But even in the story of the girl that she's using the iPad and like completely addicted already in a 6-year age, you don't see the TikTok and this kind of media short form is a bit of a toxic kind of industry in media, because that's one of the things that I see as well with the phone. So the phone is something that is very fresh, very fast, very sexy, you know, like we know that in TikTok what most sells is like cats and boobs, you know? But where can we come the other people, you know, the people that still shoot analog, still shoots maybe with a phone, but do it something very with the heart and with caring and long form. Where these people are going, like how can we be this and achieve like success and not as well fall down and not be like sad, oh, all these TikTokers are getting the space and nobody likes my art or my content. How can I see a light in the end of the tunnel for this kind of people?
I think that we all need to see just TikTok and Instagram as a number of followers we have. I think if we reach the audience we want to reach, the ones who really like your stuff, that's the start from where you want to get. And if you say, I want to create feature movies, for example, or stuff like this, if you work hard and you create a portfolio, there will be one day, I think, the right person you meet if you keep working. I think you don't need Instagram for this.
Oh, like, so you think it's more about like, maybe that's not the right place?
Yeah.
So there is a place for people that are producing this kind of content, and that is a place for people that are going to another direction.
Not everyone is, for Instagram, for example, lots of people are in front camera. I think lots of people like to be behind camera and tell the story differently. Then Instagram is not the right spot to be, I think. Same for TikTok. It's all about people in front of cameras.
But isn't it possible, sorry to interrupt again, isn't it possible for them to show their films on Insta, like on a reel or on IGTV, and then they can show, not even be self in it, but they say, okay, this is my work, and this is what I'm creating.
Of course, it's a platform, you should use it. It's like Vimeo, it's the same, but you need to use it as a platform and opportunity. I don't think, just try every opportunity you have, and one day I think you meet the right person that helps you to step up your game. But to come back to the toxic part.
That's what I would.
I think it's an interesting part. We have a project also in Belgium where the office is. It's called Hack, and it's also about this angle, like being on your phone always, being reachable always. Everybody can watch you. Everybody knows you. Like the government knows everything. It's also a part that we take into the festival and try to open the discussion about, like, we have to be very careful about what we post on Instagram. And the moment Lucas showed this video about his sister, it was really like, wow, I never thought about it like this. Like twerking 6-year-old, seeing 30-year-olds twerking their ass off.
Yeah.
It's insane. So yeah, of course, we need to, I think that, yeah, we should open up the discussion more often in schools at different places, also in media, because in media, I think honestly it's always the sexiness we talk about, but it's not. There is not the other side. The dark side is never discussed openly in media, but not often.
No.
So yeah, I agree. It's not really an answer, I think.
Yeah, I understand it's a very hard topic, and I think it's just a mindset, and it's be brought more and talked. And I think, the whole media industry has so many things that I think is not that much discussed. But yeah, I know it's a hard question. So thank you very much.
Yeah. But I'm at the same page. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And if you see, like last Monday, when Instagram was out, when Facebook, when all the social media, what happens? My gosh! Then you see how it's ruining the world. The world, and there were losses of millions and billions, whatever, and people and influencers were completely ballistic. It's a whole story created around.
On the Belgian journal, there was a girl with 7K followers, pretending that she lost during the 6-hour break lots of followers, and I was like, in what kind of world do we live?
What a problem! Oh my God, this is the most. This is the biggest problem we've got right now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's 2021 now, so yeah. Are there more questions? Yeah, I see. Can you hop? 1, 2. Yeah, great. Okay, thank you.
It's a little bit in the line you were asking. The youngsters you teach, do you need to slow them down to make videos to tell the story from the heart, not to go 1 second, 1 second, 1 second shots, but also listen to a story about 5 minutes? That's what I see when I make a video and I show it to my children. I'm a little bit older, not born with my smartphone in my hands, but she's 13, and when I show a video with an interview, she said, "Mom, that's too long.
Boring.
Cut it and go." How do you get them to take attention to the real story?
The attention span of the young generation, the Gen Zs, is problematic, I think. Like, it's also the problem of cinema. Yeah. They are not able to watch feature movies unless it's a blockbuster, Hollywood made by 200 million. Like the art house movies are really problematic to watch, and the documentaries same. I honestly have no answer for that. It will be a process, I think.
But do you teach the youngsters that are at your...
Yeah.
Do you see them make only short videos, only short shots, or do they also have the...
No, one of the first sessions is to analyze. We put them in the cinema room all day long, and we watch many things, and we let them analyze. So they're obligated to sit down and watch. I think that's also the issue when we have the phone around and we have the television, we have all screens, we're always distracted.
Yeah, distracted, yeah.
And if we are stuck like here and we can listen to someone, you're obligated to listen to someone, it's different, I think.
But I see the difference between a long story, sit down, okay.
Yeah, the social media is fast, I think. But if you want to go deeper into a kind of topic, you should create a context where they sit and listen to each other and talk about it as well. Not only watch, but also think and discuss and then.
And do you learn to edit them in TikTok or in another program?
No. We learned them to edit in Premiere as well.
Okay.
No. It's not only the TikTok part. We try to give them all options that are available, and then they have to pick what they like.
What's for them best? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Interesting.
To stay on the same topic, I think. do you also because we always talk about the downsides of new technologies and things around, do you also see upsides to them being able to tell stories in smaller form or get to the point quicker? Do you see that with these? Because
I think we heard different stories. Before we only heard the stories that were on television or in the cinemas. Now everybody has and that's the same time the problem, because it's too much, but you have the opportunity to tell what you want to tell to the world. I think that's a big thing. And then we come back to how big is the reach you have. I don't think that really matters. If you tell your story, you put it out there, someone who is interested will watch it. So that's for sure a good thing about what we all go through. Honestly, I'm curious what's next. One day Instagram will be gone for sure.
Yeah.
The algorithm is fucked. Twitter will stay, I guess. TikTok, I don't know. One day they will decide to go in a commercial direction as well, I think, but we will see. And what's next?
Yeah.
MySpace is back.
Sky is the limit, and I don't know if I couldn't imagine this, like even in the beginning of this era, like in.
But every generation has this, I think, and we always think it's a bad thing.
That's it. And then we have the fucks. Wow.
Yeah, but I'm not sure, but we teach them this matter in an open space. I'm not sure if schools, for example, education in general, goes into this topic enough. Because it's like...
No, I think some schools, but it depends. I think that's also the thing, because this, the social media, the mobile journey that we're taking is moving so fast. And the school isn't. No. Because I think that's difficult, because it's really difficult for the teachers to follow and to be... always one step up front. Normally, that's what you learned in school, is like you learn something, but the children can teach them better than what they do at school. It's too fast.
It's all on Google, and the books you skip.
There you go. Don't ask the teacher, but just ask Google. Yeah. So, that's true. And everything that's what's on Google is the reality.
Maybe it's also to change your language to say that it's not too fast, it's just faster than you'd like. But for them, it's not too fast, right? So to change the language from a negative to a positive may work as well.
When we try to make the programmation for the festival as well, we have a bunch of youngsters between 14 and 18, like the ambassadors, we call it. I let them think, because me, honestly, I'm 30. I'm too far away from what's happening inside their heads already, and it's it's what they think. I noticed that this weekend, the ticket sale, for example, talking about sexiness, we had a 30-year-old actress, and it's also a point of view thing. And in a few weeks, we have like 2 actresses that play and creators that play in What the Fuck, made for the 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
And the ticket sale went up, boom! And the 30-year-old actress was like 10 tickets. And I was like, what's the difference? But it's just the generation thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Another question. Yeah, that's it.
I'll just give it to
First row. Awesome, yeah. My question, because we talked about school a bit, you said that you love to see everyone who participates go and pursue going to film school and media school. But on the other way around, what was the perception of film schools in Belgium about these great initiatives? Is there a future upcoming of collaborating with this traditional type of film school, or do you want to be a parallel option to something like universities?
Interesting question. I have been fighting with VAF. It's the Flemish audiovisual fund for movie creation. They don't fund us yet. Last week I had a positive response, but for 2 years I'm asking them. We need these kinds of pre-projects that give youngsters the tools to go to the school, because if they have to enter and they need to do the exam, they have to have kind of a backstory, and not everybody has the tools at home to create stuff like this. So I'm in close connection with 2 film schools, but for me the project is separate from this. I think a 14-year-old doesn't necessarily have to think about what he wants to do later on. I hope, of course, that we create people that make steps in the professional business. It's a good thing. But I think in Belgium we have still too much the boundary of money in film schools.
Yeah.
Like you have
Not only in Belgium.
Not only in Belgium, I think, honestly. So I just supported a girl who was making her bachelor movie, and the teacher was expecting the fact that she had 10K to create a movie, and I was like, 10K? She doesn't have any money, so we put...
Crowdfunding?
No, not even crowdfunding. We just asked around in our network, like, do you want to support the project? Do you want to help her on set 5 days? And we created the movie.
Oh, okay.
And so, but yeah.
Yeah.
I often give workshops also at film schools, and then I see only 40 white students in front of me, and it's still, yeah.
I know.
So yeah, I hope it will change soon. But I also think that you don't necessarily need film school to become a director, for example. Yeah. We have examples enough that in Belgium, Michael Roskam-Runskop, he's a journalist. He didn't have any education in film. So there are Adil and Bilal, the guys who started. They used film school because there was the equipment to create movies. That was not to go to the lessons. That was the only reason.
Okay.
And they are still fighting with the school they went to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's...
Thank you very much.
Some more questions.
So how has working with the next generation of filmmakers changed your perspective on media, and has it also changed how you shoot your own films?
Yeah. We were talking about speed. I think if you want to reach, if your audience is 14 to 30, you need something that's for the biggest. Then we have about a commercial group. If you want to make it commercial, then you need to speed up the movie, I think. Not as fast as the Patzer game. I don't like it myself too much. I created it with them, but it's different. I've been thinking about a lot lately about the future of cinema. In Belgium, we have like the UGC's, the Kinepolis. I think in a few years, they won't be there. There will be the art houses, the small ones, but I think the bigger houses, unless they keep dropping the big box office movies, I'm not sure. A movie that has been created with 1 million in Belgium doesn't take more than 100K of people that go to the cinemas. Okay. And you don't make a movie for reach a small amount of viewers, I think. Yeah. So, or we go all to the Netflix and the Amazons and all these other platforms. But the cinema future will change. And I hope also that television will change also a bit.
It is. Television definitely has changed.
Has changed, but it still has a long way to go, I think.
I don't know if it will be existing in a couple of years.
Me neither.
I think it's like all online and all you do your own choices. I don't think, but okay, I don't have my glass.
No.
I think.
Or maybe we take a few steps back in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And I hope we can watch a documentary of 1 hour without being distracted.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the youngsters, the kids, can do. I have a 1-year-old kid, and he's already distracted by my phone. So
yeah, it's starting. Some more questions? No, I'll check if there's somebody online, because at home you also can send in your questions on the iPad. No. Okay. Well, listen, this was clear. Okay. What we're going to do before we go to the pitching, really, because that was interesting. Thank you very much for your participation and really keep the spirit going. I would suggest we go do a little break for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna talk about the art of pitching. So maybe you think it's interesting. Thank you very much, Mathias Sourbron.